Thank you for coming to our production tonight. This is the tragedy of Othello, Act 2, Scene 3. This is in a castle hall. Enter Othello, Desdemona, Cassio, and attendants. Good Michael, look you to the guard tonight. Let's teach ourselves that honorable stop, now to outsport discretion. Iago hath direction what to do, but notwithstanding, with my personal eye, I look to it. Iago is most honest. Michael, good night. Tomorrow with your Ilias, let me have you speech with you. Come, my dear love, the first is made, the fruits are to ensure, that profit's yet to come between me and you. Good night. Welcome, Iago. We must to the watch.
Not this hour, Lieutenant. 'Tis not yet 10 o'clock. Our general cast us thus early for the love of his Desdemona, who let us not therefore blame. He hath not yet made wanton the night with her, and she is sport for Jove.
She is a most exquisite lady.
And I'll warrant her full of game.
Indeed, she is a most fresh and delicate creature.
What an eye she has! Methinks it sounds of parley to provocation.
An inviting eye, and yet methinks right modest.
And when she speaks, is it not an alarm to love?
She's indeed perfection.
Well, happiness to their sheets. Come, Lieutenant, I have a stoup of wine, and here without are a brace of Cyprus gallants that would fain have a measure to the heath of black Othello.
Not tonight, good Iago. I have very poor and unhappy brains for drinking. I could well wish courtesy would invent some other custom of entertainment.
Oh, they are our friends, but one cup, I'll drink for you.
I have drunk 1 cup tonight, and that was gratefully qualified too, and behold what innovation it makes here. I am unfortunate in infirmity, and dare not task my weakness with any more.
What, man? 'Tis a night of revels, the gallants desire it.
Where are they?
Here, at the door, I pray you, call them in.
I'll do it, but it dislikes me.
If I can fasten but 1 cup upon him, with that which he hath drank tonight already, he'll be as full of quarrel and offence as my young mistress's dog. Now, my sick fool Rodrigo, whom love hath turned almost the wrong side out, to Desdemona hath tonight caroused, potations potable deep. And he's to watch 3 lads of Cyprus, noble swelling spirits, that hold their honors in a wary distance, the very elements of this warlike isle. Have I tonight flustered with flowing cups, and they watch too. Now, mongst this flock of drunkards, am I to put our Cassio in some action that may offend the isle? But here they come. In consequence, do but approve my dream. My boat sails freely, both with wind and reef stream.
For God, they have given me a rouse already.
Oh. Good faith, the little one, not past a pint, as I am a soldier. Some wine, ho! And let me the canaker, clink, clink, and let me the canakin, clink. A soldier's a man, no man that to spend, why then let a soldier drink. Some wine, boys!
For God, an excellent song!
I learned it in England, where, indeed, they are most potent in potting. You, Dane, you German, and your swag-bellied Hollander, drink, ho, are nothing to your English.
Is your Englishman so exquisite in his drinking?
Why, he drinks you with facility. Your Dane dead drunk, he sweats not to overthrow your Almain. He gives your Hollander a vomit ere the next bottle can be filled.
To the health of our general.
I am for it, Lieutenant, and I'll do you justice.
Oh, sweet, there's more.
Oh, sweet England! King Stephen was a worthy peer. His breeches cost him but a crown. He held him 6pence all to dear. With that he called the tailor lamb. He has a wife of high renown, and thou art but a low degree. 'Tis pride that pulls the country down, and take thine out. Clack about thee, some wine.
Oh, for God, this is more exquisite song than the other.
Will you hear it again?
No, for I hold him to be unworthy of his place that does those things. Well, God's above all, and there be souls must be saved, and their be souls must not be saved.
It is true, Lieutenant.
For mine own part, no offense to the general, nor any man of quality, I hope to be saved.
And so do I too, Lieutenant.
Ay, but by your leave, not before me. The lieutenant is to be saved before the ancient. Let's have no more of this. Let's do our affairs. God forgave our sins, gentlemen. Let's look to our business. Do not think, gentlemen, I am drunk. This is my ancient. This is my right hand, and this is my left. I am not drunk now. I can stand well enough, and I speak well enough.
Excellent, well.
Why, very well then, and you must not think that I am drunk.
Oh, to the platform, masters. Come, let's set watch. You see this fellow that has gone before. He is a soldier fit to stand by Caesar and give direction, and do but see his vice. 'Tis to his virtue of just equinox, the one as long as the other. 'Tis pity of him. I fear the trust Othello puts in him, on some odd time of his infirmary, will shake this island. But is he often thus? 'Tis evermore the prologue to his sleep, who watched the horologe of double set if drink rock not his cradle. It were well, the general were put in mind of it. Perhaps he sees it not, or his good nature prizes the virtue that appears in Cassio, and looks not on his evils. Is it not this true? I got it. How now, Rodrigo? I pray you, after the lieutenant, go. And 'tis great pity that the noble Moor should hazard such a place as his own second with one of an ingraft infirmary. It were an honest action to say so to the Moor. Not I, for this fair island. I do love Cassio well, and would do much to cure him of this evil. But hark, what noise?
Help! Zounds, you rogue, you rascal!
What's the matter, Lieutenant?
A knave, teach me my duty. I'll beat the knave into a twig and bottle. Oh. Beat me? Dost thou pray to rogue?
Nay, good lieutenant. I pray you, sir, hold your hand.
Let me go, sir, or I'll knock you out of the mazzard.
Come, you're drunk.
Drunk?
Oh, wait, hang on.
I'm fighting.
Away, I say, go out and cry a mutiny. Wait, no, Rodrigo exits. Okay. Nay, good lieutenant, alas, gentlemen, help, ho! Lieutenant, sir, Montano, sir, help, masters! Here's a goodly watch indeed. Bing! Who's that which rings the bell? Diablo, ho! The town will rise. God's will, lieutenant, hold. You will be shamed forever.
What is the matter here?
Zounds, I bleed still. I am hurt to death.
Hold for your lives.
Hold, ho, lieutenants. Wait. Sir, Montano. Wait, that's the Montano, gentlemen, have you forgot all sense of place and duty? Hold, the general speaks to you. Hold, for shame.
Why, how now, ho? From whence arise of this? We are turned Turks, and to ourselves do that which heaven hath forbid the Ottomites. For Christian shame put by this barbarous brawl. He that stirs next to carve his own range, holds his soul light, he dies upon his motion. Silence that dreadful bell, it frights the isle from her propriety. What is the matter, masters? Honest Diego, that looks dead with grieving. Speak, who began this? Oh, thy love I charge thee.
I don't know. Friends, all but now, even now, in quarter and in terms like bride and groom, divesting them for bed. And then, but now, as if some planet had unwitted men, swords out, and tilting one at other's breast in opposition bloodly. I cannot speak at any beginning to this peevish odds. And what in action glorious I had lost those legs that brought me to a part of it.
How comes it, Michael? Are you thus forgot? I pray you pardon me, I cannot speak. Worthy Montano, you were wont to be civil, the gravity and stillness of your youth. The world hath noted it, and your name is great, and mouths of wisest censure. What's the matter that you unlace your reputation thus, and spin your rich opinion for the name of a night brawler? Give me answer to it.
Worthy Othello, I am hurt to danger. Your officer, Othello, can inform you, while I spare speech, which something now offends me, of all that I do know, nor know I ought. By me, that said or done amiss this night, unless self-charity be sometimes a vice, and to defend ourselves, it be a sin when violence assails us.
Now by heaven, my blood begins my safer guides to rule, and passion, having my best judgment colleague, essays to lead the way. Zounds, if I stir, or do I lift but this arm, the best of you shall sink in my rebuke. Give me to know how this sole route began, who set it on, and he that is approved in this offence, though he had twinned me, both at birth shall lose me. What in a town of war, yet while the people's hearts brim full of fear, to manage private and domestic quarrel, in night and on the court and guard of safety, 'tis monstrous. Allego, who began it?
If partially affirmed or leaved in office, thou dost deliver more or less than truth. Thou art no soldier. Touch me not so near. I had rather have this tongue cut from my mouth than it should be offense to Michael Cassio. Yet I persuade myself to speak the truth. Shall nothing wrong him. Thus it is general. Montano and myself being in speech, there comes Othello, crying out for help, and Cassio following him with determined sword to execute upon him. Sir, this gentleman steps into Cassio and entreats his pause. Myself, the crying fellow, did pursue, lest by his clamor, as it so fell out, the town might fall in fright. He, swift of foot, outran my purpose, and I returned the rather, for that I heard the clink and fall of swords, and Cassio high in oath, which till tonight I never might say before. When I came back, for this was brief, I found them close together, at blow and thrust, even as again they were when you yourself depart them. More of this matter cannot I report, but men are men, the best sometimes forget. Though Cassio did some little wrong to him, as men enraged strike those that wish them best, yet surely Cassio, I believe, received from him that fled some strange indignity which patience could not pass.
I know, Iago, thy honesty and love doth miss the matter, making it light to Cassio. Cassio, I love thee, but never more be officer of mine. Look, if my gentle love be not raised up, I make thee an example.
What's the matter?
All well's now, sweeting. Come away to bed. Sirs, for your hurts, myself will be your surgeon. Lead him off. Iago, look with care upon the town, and silence those whom this vile brawl distracted. Come, Desdemona, 'tis the soldier's life to have their balmy slumbers waked with strife. What?
What, are you hurt, Lieutenant?
I, past all surgery.
Mary, heaven forbid.
Reputation, reputation, reputation. Oh, I have lost my reputation. I have lost the immortal part of myself, and what remains is bestial. My reputation, Iago, my reputation.
As I am an honest man, I thought you had received some bodily wound. There is more sense in that than in reputation. Reputation is an idle and most false imposition, oft got without merit, and lost without deserving. You have lost no reputation at all, unless you repeat yourself such a loser. What man? There are ways to recover the general again. You are but now cast in his mood, a punishment more in policy than in malice. Even so as one would beat his offenseless dog to affright an imperious lion. Sue to him again, and he is yours.
I will rather sue to be despised than to deceive so good a commander with so slight, so drunken, and so indiscreet an officer. Drunk, and speak parrot, and squabble, swagger, swear, and to scorn fastates with one's own shadow. O thou invisible spirit of wine, if thou hast no name to be known by, let us call thee devil.
What was he that who followed with your sword? What had he done to you?
I know not.
Is it possible?
I remember a mass of things, but nothing distinctly. A quarrel, but nothing wherefore. O God, that men should put an enemy in their mouths, to steal away their brains, that we should with joy, pleasance, revel, and applause, transform ourselves into beasts.
Why, but you are now well enough. How come you thus recovered?
It hath pleased the devil drunkenness to give place to the devil wrath. One unperfectness shows me another, to make me frankly despise myself.
Come, you are too severe a moraler. At the time, the place, and the condition of this country stands, I could hardly wish this had not fallen, but since it is as it is, mend it for your own good.
I will ask him for my place again. He shall tell me I am a drunkard. Had I as many mouths as Hydra, such an answer would stop them all. To be now a sensible man, by and by a fool, and presently a beast. Oh, strange, every inordinate cup is unblessed, and the ingredient is a devil.
Come, come, good wine is a good familiar creature, if it be well used. Exclaim no more against it, and good lieutenant, I think you think I love you.
I have well approved it, sir. I drunk.
You, or any man living, may be drunk at any time, man. I'll tell you what you shall do. Our general's wife is now the general. I may say in this respect, for that he hath devoted and given up himself to the contemplation, mark, and denotement of her parts and graces. Confess yourself freely to her, importune her help to put you in your place again. She is of so free, so kind, so apt, so blessed a disposition. She holds it a vice in her goodness not to do more than she is requested. This broken joint between you and her husband entreat her to splinter, and my fortunes against any lay worth naming, this crack of your love shall go stronger than it was before.
You advise me well.
I protest, in the sincerity of love and honest kindness.
I think it freely. At the times in the morning I will be searched the virtuous Desdemona to undertake for me. I am desperate of my fortunes if they check me here.
You are in the right. Good night, Lieutenant. I must to the watch.
Good night, honest Iago.
And what's he, then, that says I play the villain? When this advice is free, I give honest. Probable to thinking, and indeed the course to win the more again. For 'tis most easy the inclining Desdemona to subdue in any honest suit. She's framed as fruitful as the free elements. And then for her to win the more, were't to renounce his baptism, all seals and symbols of redeemed sin. His soul is so enfettered to her love that she may make, unmake, do what she lists, even as her appetite shall play the god with his weak function. How am I, then, a villain? To counsel Cassio to his parallel course, directed to his good, divinity of help. When devils will their blackest sins put on, they do suggest at first with heavenly shows, as I do now. For whiles this honest fool piles Desdemona to repair his fortunes, and she for him pleads strongly to the more, I'll pour this pestilence into his ear, that she repeals him for her body's lust, and by how much she strives to do him good, she shall undo her credit with the more. So will I turn her virtue into fish, and out of her own goodness make the net that shall enmesh them all. How now, Rodrigo?
I do follow here in the chase, not like a hound that hunts, but one that fills up the cry. My money is almost spent. I have been tonight exceedingly well coldaged, and I think the issue will be that I shall have so much experience for my pains, and so with no money at all, and a little more wit, return again to Venice.
How poor are thee that have not what wound did ever heal but by decrees? Thou knowest we work by wit and not by witchcraft, and wit depends on dilatory time. Does it not go well? Cassio hath beaten me, and thou, by that small hurt, hast cashiered Cassio. Though other things grow fair against the sun, yet fruits that blossom first will first be ripe. Content thyself a while. By the mass 'tis morning. Pleasure and action make the hours seem short. Retire thee, go where thou art beloved. Away, I say, thou shalt know more hereafter. Nay, get thee gone. 2 things are to be done. My wife must move for Cassio to her mistress. I'll set her on. Myself the while to draw the more apart, and bring him jump when he may Cassio find soliciting his wife. Ay, that's the way. Dole not deviced by coldness and delay.